Hey everyone, I'm Rachel.
And I'm David.
And we are on the Diamond Princess in Japan, and we want to give you a tour of our balcony room. Let's go! So this is our balcony stateroom on the Diamond Princess, and it starts like most of the older princess ships with the closet. So it's a pretty big closet. There's actually lots of hangers, but you can order more via the app if you need more or ask your stateroom steward. They have laundry sheets there. If you're an elite member, you actually get one bag of included laundry with your cruise. And the bags are reusable and they're free to have. So that's a really nice perk. In here, we have a full-length mirror. And then we also have some storage and your life vests, which are very important. A little safe here that you can put like your passports, maybe other things in. And some storage shelves, which they give you a lot of storage, I feel like, for as small as some of the rooms are on these older ships. And now we have the bathroom. So let's check it out. It's your pretty standard, tiny, older cruise ship bathroom. With Princess, you do have at least your hand wash and your body lotion, which is nice for us. We prefer liquid hand soap. And lots of storage for your toiletries on the side. The lighting is really good in here too. Like to do makeup in the morning, I don't have a problem getting my stuff done. There's only one plug, and it is like a limited voltage plug. They also give you some extra toilet paper and some tissues down below in case you run out. But your stateroom steward will clean your room at least once a day, so they'll probably take care of that for you. And then we have your shower, and unfortunately, Princess does still have the curtains, and it is a little bit tiny. But the nozzle goes up and down, which is nice, so you can adjust it for your height. And usually they have pretty decent shower pressure or water pressure. They also give you body wash and shampoo and conditioner combined in here, and there are a couple little shelves for you to put additional toiletries on. So they try to make the best of the little space that they give you in the shower.
They also have a hanger for your
clothesline.
So
It is useful when you have your wet bathing suits and stuff. Yep. Even if you're in a balcony room, you should never put them outside. And now we go into the main bedroom. So it's a king-size bed. Obviously, if you are with somebody that you're not wanting to sleep in the same bed with, they can put this as two twins. And if they do that, one bed will be against the wall. Then you'll have the nightstands in between the two beds. So we have light switches beside the bed, so you don't have to get out of bed to adjust the lighting, which is nice. You also have a lamp on each side and a USB plug on each side. There is a universal socket right here, which is probably a decent distance away from the beds. Like if you have an adapter or something, you can plug that in and still plug your phone in or anything else you might need. You also, in the nightstands, have a little shelf on top and then additional 2 drawers. These are not soft closed drawers or soft open drawers, but you have plenty of storage. And another mirror, which is a nice mirror, and this is a good place to do your makeup in the morning as well. And you have a little trash can, just your normal desk situation, but 3 additional drawers. And something that I've never seen before is a tea kettle in the stateroom. Have you ever seen one of those, David?
No, but I've heard that that's kind of a thing with the Asian market cruises, so
you'll have a tea kettle if you want to make your own tea. And I know they have tea bags around the ship in the buffet, but I just never known that you could bring them back to your room. The hairdryer, it's tiny. If you have a lot of hair and it's long, it's probably not going to do much for you. It's probably like a 3 out of 10 to be honest, but I actually don't dry my hair, so I'm not fussed about it. And you have 2 additional plugs here. They are 3-prong. So if you have an American adapter or computer that needs a 3-prong, it will work there, but it won't necessarily work in some of the other spots around the room. Now we have our balcony.
Wow, you could have lounges out here.
It's definitely, you can tell it's a little older. It's got some grime built up on the walls and things, but I mean, it's huge. You could have a whole party out here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is a huge balcony. This is probably one of the biggest balconies we've had in a normal balcony room. We are exposed above us, so take of that what you will. But there is a little bit of an alcove several floors above us.
So here you have the television for the room. It's actually a really good size. You got the standard Princess controller. It's LG, nothing crazy. Now, again, if you've seen our other videos, there's no input button on these controllers. So if you did want to hook something up to the television, you're going to need a universal remote. Or let me check the back of this TV. Oh, the HDMI board is literally just right here. So honestly, probably the easiest
Honestly,
TV
yeah.
port I've ever had on a cruise ship.
That's nice.
This actually pivots pretty well. If you can't move it with like one finger or your pinky finger, don't ever, try to force it. But it kind of makes sense because it's not directly in front of the bed. So the people on the bed are probably going to want it pivoted just slightly so you can both watch. Other than that, we got a bunch of water that we pre-ordered. You can always pre-order water with Princess Cruises and it comes straight to your room. We ordered some drinks too, but we got to call customer service to get those. They gave us a bunch of alcohol because of our elite status and we don't drink alcohol. So those will probably be left for the next person. But down here we have our refrigerator. There's a little blocker there to help from people slamming their doors closed. But over here, let's see. So actually came pretty stocked. So there's some of the waters, and we got just some basic Coke and some Sprite and some beers. It looks like, but other than that, we got a little table here. The next thing I wanted to talk about was the thermostat here. It's pretty run down. Like you could tell the buttons have been pre-worn. And it's just a clicker. Like there's no way to hack this. There's no way to get it lower or higher if you needed to. But we got it all the way to cool. It felt pretty good when we first came in here. Now we're moving around a little bit. I'm a little warm. I think it's time to test the bed. So if you want my opinion on the bed, now I have high expectations because I am a big Princess bed fan. I'm going to do the best I can not to get my feet on the bed because that's just rude.
And side note, all of the beds in Japan that we've had so far have been very firm. So curious David's opinion.
David's opinion is this is awesome. But overall, this right now feels like a 10 out of 10. Realistically, if I put my biased opinion aside, it's probably like a 7.5 or an 8 out of 10.
All right, so it's my turn to test the bed, and I will be the true judge because I'm not that tired. So let's see. Yeah, I would say it's probably going to be like an actual like 7.5 out of 10. Definitely more comfortable than the beds we've had in Japan so far. And there's lots of pillows, which is nice. Oh. And they're like fluffy, like feathery pillows.
Very quality.
These will be wonderful. So thanks everybody for joining us for our balcony room review of the Diamond Princess. Overall, we do feel like that this room is not as nice as some of the newer balcony rooms, and it does show its age for sure.
I do think they do a really good job with the upkeep and like the general areas and stuff like that. You can just kind of see its age in the room a little bit, but overall it's super comfy and everything.
Yeah, the beds are really, really comfortable.
Yeah.
We also really like the TV is pretty big and pretty new.
Yeah, I think that was the surprising part was that the TV is so new and nice and easy to connect to when a lot of the newer ships even have smaller TVs than this and are harder to get access to.
It didn't get as cold as we would like. It was pretty cold of a cruise for the most part, but yeah, the room still didn't get very cold. And I mean, it's pretty typical with some cruise ship rooms too.
I get really, really hot, and when we're moving around the room and we're packing in stuff, the room gets very, very hot really quick. Yeah. So
yeah, and that kind of flows into I think the last negative is it wouldn't really be comfortable for more than 2 people, even though it is a balcony and a lot of the newer balcony rooms might have a cold couch or a good space for a third person. This would still be a pull down from the ceiling situation. Yeah. There's not really any space for a third person.
When we first got in here, I thought the room was like a good enough size to, have 3 people, but I really don't think I could recommend having 3 people. And not having the couch was kind of a letdown, I would say. We like to hang out on the love seat or whatever and enjoy some cookies pretty late, but that's not an option here, obviously. We have the desk instead.
So what do you think? Have you sailed on the Diamond Princess? Do you have any questions about the balcony room or any comments about the balcony room? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
And if you enjoyed this video and want to see more travel content from us, please like the video and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. But for now, I'm Rachel.
And I'm David.
And we hope this video helped you find the right direction for your next adventure. Bye!